Welcome back, everyone, to the ESL ESEA Pro League. We're about to get into our first game of the day. Has taken a couple of minutes, but we do seem to have all 10 players ready for this one. It is, of course, going to be NaVi versus Virtus Pro. A match which, honestly, has constantly delivered.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a close one, but NaVi this time is obviously on Dust2. Well, everybody knows that is a big map for NaVi. Last time they met was Gfinity, so it was 19-17. Bit of overtime. That was a couple of weeks ago now. Gfinity was, what, probably 3-4 weeks ago now, I guess. And 25-22 on Inferno. So double overtime into a single overtime into a triple overtime. So going to be a close game. NaVi, of course, won the last time they met. That was on Dust2. That was 16-7, but that was way back in January. So a hell of a lot has changed around then. And of course, back in January, well, it was when Starix was playing instead of Flamey, the new addition. And honestly, you know, if you'd looked at NaVi, wow, their performance at Fragbite, yes, they finished third overall, but honestly, they put up a really good performance. They were the ones that pushed TSM to the limit at that event, which is, you know, obviously Fnatic did manage to get themselves one victory in there. But overall, NaVi have definitely been, it feels like they're starting to gain some of their former self, I guess, effectively. They won the Pro League, of course, back in April. But they are starting to look really good. There's no doubt about it. Clearly, obviously, knife round picked up. Will be a CT start for them. Virtus Pro, though, they've got themselves a great record in the Pro League so far. We haven't seen them for a while. They're at 8-3. They played a big splurge of games, and then they kind of went a little bit quiet. So we'll see how they've performed. They're going to get a double boost straight up into short.
Going to be an interesting one, that's for sure. There's a little boost for Flamey up on top of the box there on short, just so he's got a better view of those lower B tunnels.
Nobody looking at long, they're all coming long.
Yeah, in fact, if you look at the minimap there, you can see they've come completely out there. Good thing is with those two guys on short, you can hear the footsteps coming over, so you can call that one fairly early on. The smoke is going to start to bloom there to block off the path from CT, but that push is coming in here, and Flamey on that site is going to have to be a hero.
Well, it's going to go down, so there's no hero play from him. Bialy will be the man that found him. Zeus also tagged very heavily. They've already got on site, they've got the bomb down, and they've got themselves a great position here. 3 people pushing short. Pasha's gone all the way around the back. He's going to sneak around as well. Snacks and Bialy doing work. Just Guardian left. Not a chance, I'm afraid. Pasha's going to come behind him, and it will be a simple cleanup. Just Bialy lost, and that was a very, very good start from Virtus Pro in the pistol.
That was... I mean, it doesn't get much more perfect than that. They lost that one man, but, I mean, absolutely no problem taking over long. They put the smoke down to CT, killed off the mineral bomb site. The smoke that then covered from short held 2 of them back long enough that there was really no chance for them to actually get in that one. See that Seized going for a round 2.
They're coming his way.
Scout, and this could, yeah, I mean, he's got to hit a headshot here from the start, and he will do, actually, taking down Pasha, but can he get any more? He will be dinked instantly. He's got no armor, don't forget, so will easily be picked off there by Snacks with that AK. The smoke's come down, and they're going to get in towards the plant.
Yeah, Edward and Guardian smoked off. Guardian's going to try and jump straight on through the window. Edward pushed on through. Everybody tries to go at the same time, but they are simply pistols against Mac 10s. And Neo picks himself up a nice double in there, and that's going to be a chunk of change for him. And Virtus Pro predictably will pick up that second round. This is one of the maps, actually. You know, we were talking last week about how the second round is sometimes won and lost these days. This is one of the maps where generally you're not going to lose it, because A, you get in onto site, and B, you can just smoke them off and just smash them as they come one by one.
Especially the fact that they've invested into those, you know, that AK there with Snacks early on, and really putting some power behind this one. We see there early on, Taz actually going to come solo here into that B bomb site, and Edward completely blind there for a while. Taz will take out C's. Neo's got one, but there is Edward pushing through, so that's going to free him up a weapon. It was the UMP, I think, that he actually got there, as Zeus will peek out as well. I mean, there's going to be a couple of kills here and there for NaVi, but this is going to be a Virtus Pro round nonetheless. Edward with that UMP will be last man left alive. They might be just about clearing up here, or, you know, just jumping around the corner with your knife out and dying.
And giving Bialy another chunk of change. Virtus Pro looking very good at the start of this one. No doubt about it. Starting off strong on the T side. Helpless to stop them, but now they're going to get themselves the rifles. Guardian, looking at his kills, he has an incredible amount of AWP kills. And obviously, comparing him to Pasha, Pasha's actually number 1 weapon is the AK, which he's gotten right now. Number 2 is the M4. Number 3, which has actually really surprised me. That's just in the Pro League, of course. Whereas Guardian, he's got something like 130-odd kills with that AWP already.
Yeah, and that just shows you how big of a player he can be on that one. We saw their draw against Titan, I want to say, last week on Overpass.
No, now you're testing me.
It was Titans. We are going to see 3 of them coming through there onto Cease. He was flashed up there for a second, but now Edward will also be smoked off. He's going to try window, but he gets basically a Molotov right to the face. Doesn't take that much damage from it, but certainly didn't expect that when he jumped up there. This is going to be a save. I mean, 3 of them left alive. One's got an AWP. They'll sit back here with Edward in that CT spawn. Just try and take those weapons away from
Virtus Pro once again got themselves another round, only lost Bialy, got themselves a massive stack of cash starting to build up. Some real problems for NaVi early on here. They are luckily though going to hold on to those 2 M4s in the AWP unless Neo manages to find Guardian. Yeah, Guardian's not going to show for it seems, so they will keep hold of the majority of their weapons. It was only a simple B push and they lost everyone that was there, but it does mean it's going to be just for masses, for Seized and Flamey. And we'll see how that works out. Again, Virtus Pro not going for the AWP, sticking with the AKs. And it's working out for them. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well, as I said, it's nothing particularly flashy up until now from Virtus Pro. I mean, they've simply just put down smokes and forced their way onto this bomb site both times. This time, though, it might be a little bit different. Zeus will get one. Actually did a decent amount of damage there as well, but Bialy and Neo with the Molotov will bring Virtus Pro back in favor of this one. But Guardian is going to be watching. He actually spots Snacks up on short. Will try and get the man in pit as well, but gets picked off there by Pasha. And now Edward going to have to be the big man to defend this site.
Well, he's going to have to. He's not going to be able to get away from here. And that's another possibility. He's going to flash himself out, pop around the corner, will catch out. Pasha blinded, but Neo is there to cover him off. It's down to a 2-on-1. Neo will pick himself up another easy triple. And Virtus Pro is starting to make this look like amateurs right now. NaVi just unable to make any impact. And, well, we saw this last week. The double scout forced coming out from NaVi. We still Seized hit the shot earlier on, but it's going to be no armor. It's going to be really tricky. You have to hold them off at length. And it looks like both of them. Actually, Guardian's going to go to B. Edward's going to be pushing through tunnels, and he's going to get caught out. Seized does get a tag down on him, doesn't get the follow-up, and that's 1 down already. Guardian's going to be the surprise factor tucked away on B side. Pasha is there, but, well, they're already 2 men down with the rest with pistols, so there's no one to back him up.
Yeah, and again, this should be a fairly easy round, unless Guardian goes, well, absolutely insane on this B site. And, well, we see that the
Pasha's using the AK like a sniper rifle right now.
It really is hitting every single shot. It seems like he's only hitting heads right now. Zeus, last man left alive with his 5-7 in hand, but Virtus Pro, another round. They've not lost a single man here, and they've got money for days, honestly.
This is a real big problem. A real big problem starting to build for NaVi. Virtus Pro already got a great record in the Pro League. Can they take another scalp from above them? This is the big games. I was trying to explain to Jason the 6-pointer. He didn't quite understand that whole analogy of the 6-pointer match. When you're playing against someone that's basically up the top alongside you, it's going to be someone that's fighting for one of those positions. The top 4 placement, remember, is all that goes through to the Pro League finals in July, and that's starting to become very cluttered as we see Guardian not managing to land the shots, and they're already through on Catwalk.
Yeah, there's the Molotov down. What a shot from Neo, not messing around. Takes Edward's head off straight away. There's going to be a push through middle here for Pasha, and honestly, Virtus Pro just making this look very, very easy up until now. Flamey did get one back, but it's going to leave Zeus all on his lonesome. Pasha's down to 22, but I think he's going to stay out of harm's way. Where is Zeus going to go? He's going to drop down from middle. Pasha, actually missing the shot, but somehow surviving as well. He'll throw in the Molotov. Zeus actually picking off snacks from CT spawn, but they'll basically just swarm him there. And that will be 7 rounds in a row. Someone needs to give NaVi a call and let them know they've got a game here, because they don't seem to have really woken up at this point.
Neo hitting max money in the 8th round. That's just not good sign for NaVi at all. And look at this, they're forcing something once again. It's going to be CZ's Deagle, and once again another scout for Guardian. So this is a tricky round for them. He will be on 1700, so he'll be able to buy up again. But Pasha again, from range with those rifles, is not missing. Ooh, Taz.
Look how you missed Taz there.
Taz's backside suddenly appears. Taz will not land the shots though, so he's in trouble. But that grenade, once again, the follow-up from Pasha, gets himself another kill. And Zeus is going to try and push on through. Seized is all on his own. Neo's just the distracting force over on B site. Well, Edward's all alone on short, so they're not even pushing for this one. They're keeping them at range. They know they're on just pistols. Edward has managed to recover the scout, but I don't think he's going to be able to do a great deal against it. He could get Taz down, because Taz is actually pretty low on hit points. C's going to try and push through, but yeah, he's just going to back away. All the time in the world for Virtus Pro to play with this one. And they're just waiting to see. There's 3 of them. 3 of them from Virtus Pro just around the corner. They're all sat waiting for Edward to come around this corner.
It's interesting to see that position on the minimap. They've not really made a lot of ground, to be honest, in this map, considering how this one's gone. There is a peek out from Edward, and he says, oh my days, what have I just walked into?
Nowhere to run.
Taz just going to knock him down. And that is 8-0, so guaranteed lead now from this first half. The question is for Virtus, how many can they make it? Look at their money. They've got so much money right now that honestly, NaVi, as I said, someone needs to give them a phone call and let them know that they're actually playing a game, because they just haven't got started in this at all.
Yeah, VP, even if they lose the next 3 rounds running, they're going to get the money buy start to build back up for them anyway, and they're going to have enough money to just keep on buying back through it. So it's a real horrible situation for NaVi. They're against rifles for at least the next 3 rounds. Flamey, though, will start things off with a nade. So we're in a good situation, NaVi, for the first round here. Just Bialy and Taz. They have got the bomb. They're making their way through lower tunnels. Edward is awaiting them at double doors. Guardian's also going to cut them off at short. So this could be NaVi's first big round.
Could be.
Should be.
Should be, indeed. Now I'm going to see Taz here in a little spot of bother. Bialy's grenade does land.
Flamey behind them.
That brings it to a 2 versus 4. And there is Flamey. Peeks out, gets a kill on Bialy, and he knows exactly where Taz is. Should be able to... not sure he meant to actually switch out there where he actually did, but Taz does get one back, but it's 3 versus 1. Taz has got to be an absolute hero to come out with this one. He starts off nicely there onto C's. He's not expecting the man off to his left, though, I think. Who does he go for first? Looking like he's going to try and weed out C's. Honestly, he's got 30 seconds here, which is more than enough time. He'll pick off Zeus as well. And Edward here is going to try and go from long. Can he pick this one up? The plan is going to keep him in cover there, but Edward rushing up already.
Oh, he's got to go big for this one. Is he going to expect him to come from long? I'm not too sure. It's a long rotate that Edward's made here. And Taz is just not looking. I think Taz caught his position. He will get the shot on him, but he hasn't. Has he got a kit? No, he hasn't. No. But I think he's got the time. Yeah, he's got plenty of time. It's all good. He went looking for the AWP, went looking for hoovering up just about every nade that's available. Whew. And Taz almost went superhero for Virtus Pro there. But NaVi will finally get themselves a round on the clock. And that's just... 8-1 is a bit of a criminal score. But look at the money. Look at Virtus Pro. Look, they're buying up everything. And there are still 3-4 of them in 5 figures. That's just horrendous. Pasha's getting himself the AWP finally, and we'll see how that affects them, because, well, NaVi may well have picked up the round, but they were down to 1 man, so they're all still hurting for cash.
And they're going to be kind of screwed if they lose this one, so
yeah,
that's certainly a big round for them. Pasha got himself that AWP. Will spot the head. Oh, miss it though there. I think there's a last-second duck. Not quite as unlucky as Guardians last week against Titan, though. And That means that Pasha can't quite open the frag in here, but the rest of the team still pushing through. It's going to be mid to B here for Virtus. I'll smoke off that CT spawn. They do have Zeus on the box there inside the CT spawn. They finally deal with him, but he's got himself one kill, done a decent amount of damage to Neo at the same time as well. So this one, not a given. I was going to say,
Pasha landed that shot.
Well, he's just going to say, all right, it might take me 2, but I'll shoot you through the box here. And that leaves NaVi with just 3 men. And actually, Virtus Pro decide to back off a little bit from this B site.
Pasha's gone all the way back as well. He's gone back round T-spawn. He's going to look through and scope, see if anyone gets him on the cross. Taz is about to hop on through. Straight into the arms of Flamey if he comes around this corner at the right time. He should be able to catch a glimpse of Taz and Bialy, both in lower tunnels. But it's one of those moments. I remember Get Right at one of the events where he just came around the corner and caught 4 of them all lined up in tunnels like that. Just one of those days, but this time it won't be for Flamey. He was too late to the party. They've already gone, and they're already making their way into B site. Completely open, by the way, B site. Pasha and Guardian about to meet in tunnels. Flamey, he's going to be the man who will find Neo, but unable to make anything count. Flamed out of it as well. That's going to be Guardian down, Flamey all alone at 2v1, and this is looking like it's going to be a 9-1 score for NaVi. Somewhat of an unsurmountable T-side coming up, building up for Virtus Pro.
Yeah, and you know, NaVi's bank balance looking a lot like mine at this point. Not really much there.
Come on, Joe. You know,
only kidding. I'm more like Bialy's 10k. What am I talking about?
That's it. Yeah, totally.
That's definitely, you know, all them big monies. But yeah, 9-1. You know, win round, lose round. As you mentioned, the round that they won wasn't particularly clean for them either. For NaVi, so looking like it should be a 10-1 unless Flamey CZ can do something a little bit special, but you just can't expect that to work out for them. But that is a nice little move there from Guardian. Did pick off Bialy, but that will be all she wrote for him, and suddenly down to a 4 versus 3. Now they're going to have a lot of luck to win this one.
Yeah, Pasha with a double already. Flamey's trying to cover off short, seized over here on B side. It's got Neo pushing through on him. Snacks has got the bomb.